What is good, you guys? Welcome back to another Invincible Guardians of the Globe video. This is going to be a video I'm doing live with chat, so if you see me stop and pause and answer questions, that's why. This video is going to be going live. I'm going up on my YouTube. This is going to be my tier list breakdown video that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. I've been wanting to do this as a long one instead of doing the short ones I usually do on TikTok. That's why this one is going on YouTube. So yeah, I want to go over, especially after the huge update that we just got, adding Theon's dog and the recent adding of King Lizard and all the tweaks that they just did recently to so many characters. I do want to go over this. Now, first things first, I do want to get the patch notes, but I would have to check to see if I can get the patch notes afterwards. I do remember most of the patch notes off the top of my head, but I want to try to see if I can get them so I can make sure. Once you guys add me, I'll send you the invite link. But, okay. So, first things first, let's start out with the people that are guaranteed going to be in D tier. Let's get it. So, back over here. So now, first things first, let's put these guys, I want to put them at the end before I know to be here. Yeah. Useless. Completely, utter useless. These guys are literally fodder for lab coins. You're never using them. Now, excuse me, some other people that I will say are also in D tier who, in my opinion, are just not useful. Right here. He's just no point. And I would also say him too. Now, he has a slight use that maybe you can put him up here, but overall, for the sense of like a team and stuff like that, I would say he's D tier. He does have one resource ability, which I can pull up on screen right here. He does have this resource ability right here, and this resource ability right here will tell you that he when going against humans gives a 5% earning of whatever GDA mission you're doing. And if you crank this up all the way to 10, which is not going to happen because you have to get it to plus, but if you were to do it, you can get that to 10. So this is the slight thing that gives him some benefit to some people. Some people use him for that reasoning, but in my opinion, he's just still very much not worth it. So yeah, no, he would stay his ass in D tier. Now, C tier. I think that's pretty much, I would say Darkwing 2, in my opinion, is D tier, but he's not really D tier. Now, C tier, I will say we have a good amount of characters. So C tier, I would say to start us off in C tier, I would say we got Duplicate. Darkwing 2, Martian Man, actually I think I would put the Magna guy over him, then I would put well actually he's one of the better C tiers. I'll put he's probably the best C tier in my opinion. Other C tiers. I would say the Mauler twins are B tier. I won't say C tier. These guys are not C tier. Trust and believe me on that. Multi-pro, I wouldn't say C tier either. Oh, wait, I forgot. Black Samson, yeah, get your ass down there, buddy. Get your ass down there, buddy. Black Samson is not useful at all. Okay, so I think we're in a good range here. Now, at the bottom of B, I will say it's probably multi-paw at the bottom of B for me. Then I would say it's Darkwing 2. Then call me crazy. You know what? No, let me not. I definitely will say he's in the bottom of B tier too. Then I would say the Maulers. Who else we got? Rex is kind of better than the Maulers. In the sense that he can be by himself and still help, yes. Damien Darkblood is better than them. Then I will say Aquarius will probably be somewhere here. Oh, I just realized I don't have chat up. I can't even see what you guys are saying. Bro, that's my lineup. How can you say that they're useless? That's crazy. Duplicate at the end in criminal is criminal. Duplicate is a butt juice. You might be able to put her over Black Samson, but for the fact that Black Samson is somewhat tanky, you know what? You're right, because this guy is so ass. He could be at the end. You're right. We could do that. You swayed my opinion. But yeah, so that is what I would say there. I can't see Twitch chat, so if anybody's chatting on Twitch, I'm sorry, I just can't see it. I don't know what happened to my Twitch chat, but it's gone. So yeah, when it comes to this, I would say this is pretty fair. I will say... Now, I also want to take into the fact of how hard it is to get a hero. So, with that being the case, once again, if I'm being realistic off of his abilities, he would be up here. If I'm being honest, he would be up here. But simply because he's so hard to get, he has to be in B tier. It's simply just because he's so hard to get. That's literally the only reason he would be here. Literally the only reason. That's the only reason he would be here. If I'm being honest, based off of his abilities, he would be up here. He is dramatically better healer. Dramatically better. Like, he is literally, his kit is probably the best healing kit in the game. By a landslide. But, just because of how hard he is to get, I would have to put him in B, because once again, the average player isn't going to be able to get him past Epic Plus. Even if you count like stars on him, the casual player won't be able to get him past Epic Plus. So with that being said, he won't be impactful long term. Now what I will say is, he can possibly be A tier. I can possibly move him up to A tier. Let's finish B tier. But I'm thinking B for right now. Other people that are going to be in B tier is going to be Engstrom. Being that he's the only good defender in Criminals, I don't want to put him in B. Strength rate, I had an A. I originally had strength rate an A, but after the change that they did to her, where her ability used to increase the team's defense based off of every attacker you were going against, they changed it now to how many GDA members she has in her team. So now it's based off of that. Why is Red Rush GDA? He's not GDA. Earth Defender. Oh, why isn't he GDA? I think it's because he was working as a hero before Cecil found him. I think that's the reasoning. Because if you look at the Guardians of the Globe, the original Guardians of the Globe, all of them are all of them are Earth Defenders besides Immortal. Because Darkwing is Earth Defender, War Woman is Earth Defender. Oh, I'm tweaking. War Woman, get your ass in here, dog. Yeah, hold up. War Woman's in B2. What am I doing? Green Ghost. I'm tweaking. Green Ghost. Get your ass in B. Honestly, Green Ghost can be in C tier for all I care. She is butt juice. She doesn't even really heal her team. She just gives them invisibility and just halts how long it takes to kill them. Like, she doesn't actually heal shit, reality. So, yeah, she actually can be in C tier. I'm tweaking. Who else? Battle Beast, I don't know. Who else? Monster Girl. Now, hear me out. In my opinion, Monster Girl is A tier. But she might be bottom of A tier or top of B tier. The problem with Monster Girl right now is Anissa is her mommy. Anissa absolutely struts her. Like, completely deletes her, completely makes her useless to have on a team. She's just complete countering her. But if you build the right team around Monster Girl, she can still put out a good amount of damage as a bruiser. So I think I might put her in A but bottom. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I want to put in B. Cecil could be B, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I would say that's. I think that's a solid B tier. I think that's everybody I would put in B tier. Once again, I think Monster Girl and Seance Dog can both be in B tier. Seance Dog can be in F tier if he was able to get. If he was a regular hero that you can get a lot of copies of. And then Monster Girl, if Anissa didn't exist, could be A tier. So, with that being said, I'm probably going to actually add Monster Girl to B. Because I don't want to have too many characters in A. I'm going to add Monster Girl to B and put her at the top of B. Now, A tier. A tier, we're going to start out with someone that doesn't have his team, so he's going to be weak. Now, King Lizard, in my opinion, off of the testing I've done, is actually really strong individually, but he's dramatically weakened because he doesn't have a team to support his abilities. So, even with how good he is, he's not able to take that next step. So he can honestly be B tier or A tier. Me personally, I would put him at the bottom of A. After that, I would say another person after receiving his boost. I had Bulletproof here last time at the top of B. I think after his boost, the Bulletproof has jumped to A tier. I don't think it's like, oh, go make him right, go use him right now. No. But he definitely, in my opinion, has overtaken Monster Girl in that department of who I would rather run alongside Immortal. Bulletproof is so bad. Yes, but Bulletproof was just buffed a lot. Literally every category Bulletproof was buffed in. Bulletproof's attack power got buffed. Bulletproof's HP got buffed. Bulletproof's defense got buffed. His speed stood the same. His abilities, crits got buffed. So overall, he got buffed dramatically more. So you can still argue to put him in B. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe do we put him in B? Not sure. Let's put him in B for right now. You got it right. I'll put him in B for now. Bro, why do you put my lineup in D tier? High B? Okay. You're right. I think that's a good idea for right now. Now, bottom of A. Titan. Titan, honestly, is B tier, but I'm only putting him in A because in the sense of building a criminal team, if you're going to build a criminal team with a tank, Titan is definitely the only tank you can go with right now when it comes to criminals. Also, Powerplex. Powerplex is really good. He's really, really good. He's a little hard to obtain. We had a few events that made him a little more easy to obtain, but he is really, 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 really good. Especially the fact that he plays well with Robot. He plays well with Doc Seismic. He plays well with with the Mahler twins. So he's really good for that reasoning too. But there's not a place for him as of right now in the meta. So for that reasoning, I'll put him in lower A tier. Now is where we start getting more interesting and more tough. After that, I will say it's probably Russ. Russ has been getting used a lot more recently. Why is Flaxen leader at C? Why is Flaxen leader at C? He's not at C. He's at D. Do you mean why he's not at C? Because I don't think his one ability is worth putting him in C tier. He has literally one use, and I don't think it's worth him getting to C tier. That's why he's the top of D tier, in my opinion. But like I said, Russ Livingston has been getting a lot more love recently because of his confusion effect. Has been doing a lot of damage in Arena. I've been running into him a lot recently. He has been doing some pain, but it's so minor, and you do need to have him very much cranked up, and it does need to be somewhat situational against the right team. So he can do some damage, and he can really mess up a team, but it's very situational. And I also think this guy deserves to be above him. Now, I honestly think Battle Beast can be S tier. He does the damage available to be an S tier. But I want to put him in A. I'm not sure yet where I want to put him at in A, but he's going to be an A for right now. He definitely does the damage output to be an S tier, but he also dies extremely, extremely, extremely quickly unless you are dramatically more powered than the person you're going against. Hey, Eliza, what's good? So for for Battle Beast, she needs a buff. Dula? Oh, we're going to get to Dula in a second. Now, Battle Beast, like I said, does do the damage, but you have to be dramatically higher. Dula, funny enough you said that, Dula actually falls in the same realm as him. Dula and Battle Beast do absurd damage, but it's situational, and they both die extremely easily, which is what hurts them. For a Battle Beast to really do damage to my team, he has to be at level 1,000 and up. If he's level 800 or 900, my team vaporizes him. But that 1,000 and up, because everybody else on my team is at the 900s and 700s, he destroys them. But if he's at the same level as my team cooks him. His defense is too weak. The same thing goes for for Athula. Athula, her defense is so low, but her attack damage is so high that she can basically, alongside a Mark, instant kill a Universa. If you have Universa on your team and you see the enemy team has a Thula, a Red Rush, and a Mark, don't even fight them. Don't even try to fight them. Because they're going to instant kill your Universa. Because Red Rush is going to grab her and pull her into the middle. And then Mark and Thula are going to go straight for her and start attacking the shit out of her and beat the crap out of her. They're going to instant kill her. Literally instant kill her. Battle Beast should have been a tank. Yeah, I could hear. He should have more health. I don't think he should have been a tank because he definitely deals damage more than he takes damage in the show. He definitely deals out more damage than he takes damage. But he is extremely durable in the show, which is why I think he should have had a better either healing factor, that he can really heal himself better, but at the same time, you know, they want to try to keep it balanced. They don't want him to be too overpowered, which is once again why I say if you were to dramatically boost his skill level, he does do that absurd damage that he does do in the show. His attacks are slow. That's one way I can see him getting a buff, is increasing his attack speed. That's one way I can see them giving him a buff without buffing any of his skills or anything, increasing his attack speed overall. Now, Thula is somewhat the same boat as him. After Thula, I would say we're honestly looking at Immortal. After that, probably I would say Shapesmith is better than Immortal right now. Yeah. And then I would say Omni-Man. No, I think Omni-Man might be S. Situational S, but S. I would say Blue Suit Mark. I think Blue Suit Mark is probably above Immortal, but lower than Shapesmith. I might put these two higher than him, because he also has the same problem as these two, that he dies very easily. He puts a high damage output, but he dies very easily. Yeah, I think that's how we'll do that. And then I'm thinking, I'm not sure about Omni-Man as of right now. You switch Blue Suit Mark and Omni-Man? I'm not sure if Omni-Man is A tier, but like I don't think he's. I think Omni-Man is better than. I think he's better than Battle Beast. I think he's better than Blue Suit Mark. I don't think he's better than Thula though. I think Thula is slightly better than him in the sense of her skills. But with his gut punch ability, it does make me want to put him slightly above her. So I'm not sure on these two. These are like the two I'm kind of struggling with right here. I do think Battle Beast is better than Blue Suit Mark and everybody else down here. I do think Blue Suit Mark is better than everybody else down here. Okay, now we're going to do what I said. Seance Dog, because he is simply not obtainable in the game, he has to be either bottom of A tier because he's just not obtainable, or he has to be top of B tier. Seeing the way you guys are reacting, you don't want him in B tier. So I'm going to put him at the bottom of A. Because he is that good. He just won't be able to go that high. I'm Omni-Man's #1 hater. He should be D. Nah, Omni-Man's definitely not D tier. Okay, now is where we get to the real thing. So first, S Universa, in my opinion, is no debating it. Second S, we got Mark Grayson. Then Anissa. You honestly could flip flop these if you wanted to, because Anissa counters Mark, but Mark counters Universa. So it's like, it goes both ways. After that, though, I would say it's probably Doc Seismic. Then I would say it's Conquest, Allen, Adam Eve, Universa, Agent Spider, Robot. I think that would be my tier list right now in the game. Now, understandably, I know some people are definitely going to say Green Ghost is in C tier, Darkwing 2 is in C tier. Some people are going to definitely crucify me in those two departments. And if I'm being honest with you, I would probably put him here. Because I think he's actually... I honestly think he is better than she is. I think he's better than Green Ghost. But because he is in a faction that's not that good, I'll put him here. But the reason why I do feel he's slightly better than Green Ghost, in my opinion, people will call me crazy for this. Green Ghost, when she turns the person invisible, she only gives them a slight healing effect. So they don't actually heal that much. But when he does it, he teleports them back behind him, and they get a healing effect over the time that they're running back to the person, and until they get back into the battle. And if you boost it, they can heal up to 15% of their max HP. That's why I think he's actually very slept on. Now, if you boost her skills, she can somewhat do the same thing, but I just like his ability is always active. He can constantly teleport people back and forth. What's good about Agent Spider? Agent Spider has absurd critical hit chance, critical hit damage increase, and he does about 3 different moves that stun. He has 3 different moves in his kit that stun out of his kit. He has 1 that's just a passive, and then 2 that are actual skills that make him stun characters more and more and more. And then with the 2 skills that stun, they also apply crit boost and damage crit boost. And then he has an overall 20% damage crit boost and 20% damage 20% crit chance boost. So when you pair him alongside a Red Rush and a Universa, the damage that team puts out is absurd. Why is Immortal so low? I wouldn't say Immortal's low. Immortal, you can honestly argue that Immortal could be here. Only reason I put Immortal down here in this situation is because Blue Suit Mark counters Immortal if Immortal doesn't have a healer. But I guess you're right. I got to think about the fact of this team having, like, thinking about synergy of teams. So you can definitely put Immortal here. Well, here, because he's definitely not better than Shapeshift. But I will say that Omni-Man, all of these people here will shred Immortal's health. Like, completely shred his health and defense. The only thing that will save him will be his immunity barrier, which simply can be countered by Aquarius. But, yeah, that's the reason I have him in the middle. Oh, Luke. That's the reason I have him in the middle. Komodo Dragon will be a rare, right? Komodo Dragon, I'm assuming, because we're getting Iguana first, I'm going to assume they're going to do Komodo Dragon as a epic as well. If they would have introduced Komodo Dragon and Iguana at the same time, I would have said Iguana would have been the rare and Komodo Dragon would have been the elite. But because they're introducing, well, it looks to be that they're going to introduce Iguana first. I want to believe they're going to put both of them as elites, and maybe do what's his name, Salamander. Maybe they're going to do Salamander as a rare. But I would expect Komodo Dragon to be a elite, at least because the only real cause I'm assuming he's going to be a tank, and the only other tank we have in the criminal department is Titan, so they really do need a tank. Another faction that needs a freaking tank is the Earth Defenders. They don't have a tank at all. There's no Earth Defender tank at all in the game, so they can use one too, which is why I keep saying the Hunk. As much as some people think he's a stupid character, he could be a funny character to add to the game for a tank. You also have the Knight, the guy with the big armor. You got the other guy, the bald guy with the cape that beat the crap out of Invincible at the prison with his team. You could also add him. He should be a tank. Like, there's a few people they can add to be Earth Defender tanks. Yellow Suit Mark is better than Blue Suit Mark. Blue Suit Mark, his kit is more based around pure damage output with no defense. He does not know, he can't stay alive that well unless you have him dramatically boosted. So with that being the case, he dies a lot easier. And also, if you were to pair a level 1000 invincible regular invincible versus a level 1000 Blue Suit Mark, the 1000 OG invincible will beat the Blue Suit Mark if you were to pair them in the game. Because of Invincible's immunity barrier, the OG Invincible, the yellow Invincible, because of his immunity barrier that he gets when he's low in health, it just makes it that he can survive longer and kill the targets in front of him. Plus, he has the lifesteal that he can get when using his ultimate and stuff like that. That's what puts him slightly above Blue Suit Mark. Well, not slightly. He's the second best attacker in the game. But yeah. But I think this is good. I think this is where we will call this list. I think this is a good tier list. Tell me what you guys think in the comments in the video. Let me know who you guys think you would change around a little bit, who you guys agree with, who you guys don't agree with, stuff like that. And do not say Omni-Man should be in D tier. Please. He should not be in D tier. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.